I'm Julia, a first-year MPH student here at UConn's Waterbury campus today at their health fair. They're having a vaccine clinic, and we're here to ask students what they know about vaccines and teach them a little bit more. Let me ask my colleague Mahir with the Department of Public Health what he knows about vaccines. Hey Mahir. So what do you know about vaccines and why are they important?
Well, I would say vaccine is a preventative measures that provide protections against different infectious diseases, and I think vaccines are very important because they actually save life. In fact, from a public health standpoint, I would say vaccine or the invention of vaccine is one of the most amazing, one of the most astonishing medical advancement, medical innovations. Because if we look at the epidemic and endemics of smallpox, we know that because of the vaccination, we are able to eradicate smallpox from this planet Earth. If we look at COVID-19, because the vaccines were able to limit the causalities, limit the fatalities of COVID. Even though people have some misconceptions and different ideas about vaccines, as a public health student, I think it's very important to get vaccinated. It's very important to encourage our friends and family members to get vaccinated because vaccines save lives.
Great answer, Mahir. Let's see if these students know about vaccines or what they think. Hey guys, do you mind if we ask you some questions about vaccines?
Sure.
All right, so how do you think vaccines help keep the community safe?
I think they help keep the community safe by because if everyone gets them, it could help your immune system, and I feel like in a group of for example, here in college, they could just I don't know, it just it'll reduce reduce infections and sicknesses.
I think vaccines are important because it prevents viruses getting to you and stuff.
Yeah.
But my experience is that after I got the flu shots, I haven't gotten sick once.
Yeah.
I think they minimize the risk of diseases spreading and they keep everyone safe and healthy.
So what's the strangest thing you have heard about vaccines?
The strangest thing that I've heard about vaccines is that they actually microchip you, and I don't really believe it myself, but I've also heard that they can cause autism.
I think a lot of people think that vaccines don't work, especially the COVID one, but I think it's been proven that it works, so I think people should still get it.
Yeah, definitely. It helps decrease the fatality, and then also I think one of the biggest misconceptions with vaccines is that people think it's an end-all be-all. Once you have the vaccine, you won't get sick, and while that can be true, it also just helps minimize the symptoms that you'll be experiencing if you were to get the disease or contract the virus. So.
Yeah, I think so. I think people just think you get the flu shot and you're safe, which is not true.
So we have been around campus today asking students about vaccines and the importance of vaccines. Now, today we have CBS with us and we'll hear from them. Let's see what they have to say about the importance of getting vaccines. In recent times, we have seen that many people have many misinformation and rumors around vaccines. So in your opinion, why do you think it's happening and what can we do on our part to prevent it?
Great question, because as you know, or you may know, that there is a lot of misinformation going around. I think people need to do their own due diligence and consult a professional, healthcare professional, a pharmacist, their provider, their doctor. Somebody who has, has been clinically trained and knows how vaccines work in the body. And I think then they'll be able to get directed with the correct information. I think where it comes from may be political, I don't know. But if people have questions or are uncertain, the best thing they can do is consult their provider, pharmacist, nurse practitioner, their doctor. That would be the best way to go.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on this because now many people don't go to physicians or clinically trained professionals for information. What they do is they get the information from social media, from TikTok, from Facebook, from YouTube. I'm not saying all the contents are bad, but many of the contents are not well informed. So many people are failing to filter out information, filter out the right information, whether they're getting the wrong information and they're being misguided and being misinformed. But yeah,
I agree. I think a lot of it social media is derived. But if they are left from social media with more questions and answers, that's when they should really direct their questions or even inquiry if they just are curious. Is that to correct if it's information to find out if it's correct or not?
Exactly.
To see their a doctor or clinically trained health professional.
Yeah, I think that's what I would say clinically trained professionals are for. So whenever we have a confusion, whenever we have a questions, I think it's better to ask the right person. It's better to ask a professional. It's okay to use social media, but it's important to be a responsible consumer of online content, right?
Absolutely, and you're your best own advocate for your health, for your personal health.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. It's been nice to talk to you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Do you think that TikTok, for example, or social media has spread misinformation or about vaccines?
Yeah, I think TikTok is one of the main sources that people use, and if a person makes a video and it goes viral, everyone's going to believe it.
Yeah, definitely. I've had that experience myself. Is there any advice that you have for people who are maybe considering getting vaccines, how they should research or what they should do to learn more?
Definitely like CVS, because I work there, on the website, or also just talking to pharmacists, nurse, and people that know what they're talking about.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm getting my flu shot today to protect myself and my community. Get your flu shot before flu season. Okay, Husky Band-Aid. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So that's all we have today. Thank you so much for following along with us at UConn's Waterbury campus. We had a great time talking to the students and our pharmacists to learn more about vaccines, their importance, and what the community here thinks. Feel free to follow us on Instagram at UConnAPHS or on YouTube, the same handle, UConnAPHS, to see more of our content and learn more.
And if you see us on your campus, make sure to stop by to get all the gifts. We have different stocks items, sanitizers and everything. So if you see us, say hi.
Don't be scared.
Look forward to meeting you.
Bye, guys.